What is up, everyone? It's Thomas with Real Broker here in St. Augustine, Florida, coming at you live every Wednesday at 8 p.m., going over the market stats, the news you need to know about if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing here in Northeastern Florida. And we're also going to do a Q&A. So if you do have any questions, if you're watching it live, you're watching the replay, make sure you fire them off in the comments below. I'll answer the questions live here, and if I don't get to them live, then I'll come back and answer them in the comments. If you do hear some whining, that is going to be my puppy in the corner over here. Bella, come here. Come here. Come here, little girl. Come here. She's new. She's new to the family. She's new. She's new here. But she's trying to figure it out, and my wife is getting food, so we need to make sure that she had a little place to stay and hang out with Dad while he does this. So if you hear some whining, just ignore it. But let's go ahead and start. Let's hop into some stuff. Hopefully it doesn't whine the whole time. But of course, as we get into it here, guys, please let me know where you're watching from. Are you watching here locally? Love to get some of the locals' feedback on things that I'm covering here. If you're watching it, potentially from another state, looking to relocate to our area, let me know where you're watching it from and why you're thinking about moving to our area. Fire them off in the comments below. I appreciate you guys. But I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen. We'll get into the market stats and what you need to know about. So let's head over to the MLS. And last week, if you remember correctly, they actually changed the MLS up on us and seen that something happened with the listings. So I'm not sure if listings actually went down this week. I'm going to get more clarity on that for you guys here now. Obviously, if you follow along, I think we were at like 7,300 last week, 72 and some change. And now we're at 6,700, which is not something that, we didn't lose that many listings within a week span. We did move to a new MLS system. So I wonder if there were some, Bella, stop. I do wonder if there was some, maybe some old listings just kind of dangling on there that maybe agents hadn't changed or for whatever reason they were stuck in the system. But as of right now, it's saying that we have 6,700 homes active for our entire Northeastern Florida market. So we're talking about Duval County, St. Johns County, Clay County, Putnam County, Nassau County. That entire Northeastern Florida pocket, 6,713 listings. So they've moved things around here pretty substantially. I don't think we're going to have the same. Oh, never mind. We got the same. No, that's not it. We don't have the same stats, so I went ahead and I pulled up the market distillery just so we have a good idea of what's going on here in the market. So this is pretty much our December update. So the balance has shifted, right? So before we saw this ticker right over towards sellers, now we're moving towards buyers, right? So the power for buyers is coming back to the market, right? And that typically happens because of seasonality, right? Summer is our hottest time, and then as it goes towards the end of the year, things tend to slow down, especially when we get around the holidays. Not like a whole bunch of people are looking to do that right around the holidays. Pivotal month for the Northeastern Florida real estate market. On one hand, will likely mark the low point in activity for the year. On the other, interest rates improved significantly, dropping over 0.5%. So we've had interest rates dropping for, I think, 10 weeks now, right? So we were up here at 7.79. We've seen in the 8% over that time. And this isn't even updated yet, but right now we're at 6.5%. So we've dropped significantly since the highs of 8%, but we're at right around 6.5%. Active listings increased slightly and months of inventory crested 4 months. This signals the most balanced market between buyers and sellers since January of this year. Home prices unexpectedly increased a whopping 4% this month. Now, of course, this is the entire Northeastern Florida market, guys. So this puts them up 7% on the year, as the median home price is now $375. The drop to less than 1,700 sales is partly why the median increased so much. Fewer sales makes it easier to shift the midpoint. Look for increased pending activity in December with drop in rates. This will set up New Year for a relatively big boom in real estate. So before we go into more of this data, that's one thing to really that pretty much all the experts, and we're gonna get into Zillow's forecast here. All the experts are forecasting that the beginning of this year is going to be a lot different than the beginning of pretty much every other year because of the pent up demand. There's so many people that they saw the rates rising so rapidly that just put them off their game. It put a bad feeling in their stomach. They didn't want to move forward on buying a house. Stop. Or selling a house. I guess this is how it is with kids, right? I don't know. I only have dogs. So um, either way, um, we're expecting quarter 1 of 2024 to be a lot more busy than it typically is in your average year. So now rule out 2020, 2021, 2022. Just on the normal, we're expecting it to be a lot busier than typically. We have a lull as you know, the holidays come along, and then once we hit March, things start to really pick up, and then this the spring market, and then into summer is where things really start to pick up. So we're expecting that to be a little bit different this year, just because of all the pent up demand. Bella, stop. Her name is Bella. She's sweet. She just wants to be out of this room for some reason. She normally loves hanging out with me, but I guess not. I don't know. For some reason, not today. So let's take a look at some of the important news stories. I'm going to share my screen here again, and we're going to take a look at what Zillow has said. Now, I'm going to put out a forecast video of pretty much the culmination of everything that I've seen of what's going to happen this next year. Because a lot of you are looking to buy, a lot of you are looking to sell, and this is important information. Oops, wrong one. Here we go. So we'll go over just some of the headlines here. So Zillow's 2024 housing market prediction. Zillow predicts more homes for sale, improved affordability in 2024. So of course, Zillow is a massive company. Most of you use Zillow for your search function. But they also have some really good data that they put out. So I look at Zillow's data. I look at Redfin's data. Redfin puts out really, really good data. I really like what they have. Their platform for research is fantastic. But just going off of Zillow, more homes will hit the market as homeowners accept that mortgage rates aren't falling anytime soon, and prices haven't fallen anytime soon either, right? We've seen 7% interest rates for over a year now. Now we're in the 6.5 range. VA, you can get it down close to 6, maybe even sub 5, depending on your credit score, or sub 6, not sub 5. So what we've seen is that mortgage rates aren't really going anywhere. We have seen them decline pretty significantly here. We're at 6.5% as of today. Will that go any further? I don't know. The Fed did signal that they are going to lower rates in 2024 and make 3 cuts to the federal funds rate, which doesn't necessarily affect mortgage interest rates, but it does affect the 10-year Treasury bond, 10-year Treasury, which will then affect mortgage rates. So we should expect to see interest rates go down. Me just taking a wild guess, I would say in Q2, we're going to be sub 6% interest rates, which for me is fantastic. I'll refinance my house, I'll have a lower payment, and I'll be in the house that I want. So if that happens, the stars align, right? Home buying costs will level off, giving hopeful buyers a chance to catch up. Now, they're talking about inflation. They're talking about the Fed cutting rates. All of that is going to factor into affordability. And the reason that they're saying that is because home values will hold steady in 2024, falling 0.2%. So not even a full percentage. It's pretty much remaining flat. That's really nothing. If you're negotiating here in our area, pretty much our area is selling at like 96.5% of list price. So you can negotiate about 3.5% off of the list price if it's priced within reason, right? I didn't really get this point here. The new starter home will be a single family rental. It's saying that single family rentals are continuing to increase next year as families look to a more affordable option to enjoy amenities like a private backyard or a home that doesn't share walls with neighbors. And to me, it's like a starter home is not a rental at all. Like you're buying a starter home that you're purchasing it, but that doesn't seem to make sense to me. More markets will follow New York City's lead with rental demand surging near downtowns. So, of course, we saw a mass exodus since the pandemic of people leaving these downtown areas, but they're predicting that that's going to change a good bit and that people are going to start migrating back to these downtown metropolitan areas. I wonder, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I honestly, everyone that I know that's my age that lived in the city, I lived in New York for a good bit of time. I was born in Brooklyn. They're tired of it. They're like, I'm good. I can move to Jersey. I can move to New York, upstate New York. I'm done with the city at this point. And with millennials being the largest, home buying. What are you doing? No, she's eating something back there. With millennials being the largest home buying population since the baby boomers, I don't necessarily agree with that. I do think there will be people that go back. I'm not saying that, but I honestly don't think it's as much as people expect, especially with remote work. I don't think the city has the same attraction as it did before. I could be wrong, but you guys let me know what you think about that. Traditional home buyers will compete with home flippers for homes that need a little TLC. That's already happening, right? So they're already competing with investors. They're competing with people, especially like if you're in the northeastern market. I mean, it's still crazy up there. Like there's multiple offers on properties on the market within a week. So we're talking like Jersey specifically, but that's which is insanity to me. They have multiple offers on $500,000 homes that need complete renovations. But that's because of the demographic of people that live in that area. Artificial intelligence will enhance the home search. Now, of course, this is Zillow saying this. Zillow is implementing artificial intelligence, and it will. It 100% will. It's going to be pretty cool, I think, too, when everything gets worked out. When they start to implement it, I don't know. Maybe I'll be out of the job. Maybe. Who knows? But I think with some of the things that AI is already doing with ChatGPT, I mean, it's really, really a great asset to me in my business. Helps me out a ton, cuts out a lot of time. So the home search, I don't know how much more it can really affect. It's pretty simple to set up a home search for you already. But I imagine it will start to affect you in terms of like, okay, you like this home, you like this home, you like this home. Well, based off of these likes over here, well, we think this home that maybe is coming up in a week is good for you. Or maybe this home that maybe you didn't see is in a different area could be a potential for you. That I think is very, very interesting. You see this little girl back there? That is very interesting, and we'll obviously stay on top of all that. So if you have any questions, any comments about what's going on here, fire them off below. I'm going to head to the next news story. We got some important ones here, but I'm going to run through this pretty quick because I've had a massively busy day, and I'm not feeling it today. Just got to be honest with you guys. So let's go here. Best places in Florida to raise a family. Clay and St. Johns County make the top 10. That's no surprise to me. I figured that St. Johns County would. Clay County is actually a little surprising. Let me see here where they have the rankings. Of course, they don't have it on here. All right. So Jacksonville is ranked number 16. St. Johns County, it ranked top honors with 95.3% of its residents earning their high school diploma or higher. This factored into the overall index score of 61.89, giving it 7th place. In Clay County, let's see, Clay County made the top 5, which I can't believe that versus St. Johns County, but a lot of that comes to the cost of living index, right? So ranking 5th is Clay with an index score of 65.5. This family-friendly county has the highest percentage of households with at least one person under the age of 18 to 33.4% to be precise. One aspect that may have factored into people's decision to raise a family here is Clay's cost of living with an index score of 6.69, with 10 being the highest and best possible score. So with that being said, you can live in Clay County, and then you have all the access to St. Johns County. You have all the access to Duval County, like you want to go into the city or you want to work there, and without the price tag, right? So if you're looking just based on affordability, then Clay County, Putnam County, Nassau County, Flagler County, all of those, and even Duval County, especially when you're comparing it to St. Johns County, are going to be a lot more affordable than St. Johns County, just what it is. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go to the next news story here. This is no surprise if you've been following this show for a long time. Inventory of homes less than 250,000 is on the decrease in St. Johns County. There's a video of this, of them talking about it. Fewer homes that essential workers can afford are not getting built as fast as those between $250,000 and $500,000, according to a study. There's literally let's just do this right now. We can go to Zillow.com and we can just look at. All right, we'll just leave it as St. Augustine, and we'll put 250, and we'll make sure they're single family homes. 7, right? That's like, how is that even news? Like, obviously, there's not enough homes in so that's all right. That's not all of St. Johns County. Let's be fair here. Let's include everything here. 12. Okay, so all in St. Johns County, under 250,000, you have 12 homes available. That's crazy. That is crazy when the average person here makes $55,000 a year. And even then, 250 is tough. It's really tough to get to when you're making that kind of money. So let's bump it up here. Let's just do 300,000. Let's just call it that. 300,000. Yeah, 36 opportunities. So for a county where the majority of people make the money to buy a $300,000 home, you have 36 options. That is nothing. It's really nothing. So average sale price here, or median sale price here, is going to be somewhere like 550. Average sale price is going to be around 650. Of course, if you're going on the beach or anywhere else close to the water, that number is going to be a lot higher. So that's the reality, guys. I don't need a news story to tell me this. I know this. This is a problem here in St. Johns County, which is why Putnam County, Clay County are all benefiting, because the people that can't afford to live here are moving over there, especially if they want to stay in Florida. So we'll, of course, stay on top of all that, guys, but it's very interesting to me. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go to the next news story. If you have any questions, fire them off below. Like I said, we're going to make this one a short one. It's going to be quick. It's going to be to the point. But this is just another thing. Chamber of Commerce dives deep into housing crisis in St. Johns County. Business owners say housing prices are hurting their ability to recruit and maintain employees. Now, just to speak on this a little bit, I go to Bailey's Gym. It's on US 1, probably the best gym in the entire area, until Snap Fitness gets in there. It's for one of my potential commercial leases. But St. Johns County, talking to this guy at the front desk, he's like, there's only one person that lives here in St. Johns County that works at this gym. And I'm not talking any smack or anything, but I mean, how much money could be making at a gym? Let's say it's somewhere between $15 and $20 an hour. So these people are commuting from Jacksonville. They're commuting from Clay County. They're commuting from Putnam County, commuting from Flagler County to work at a gym in St. Johns County. And the problem is that gym can't keep a lot. The reason I was talking to him in the first place is because I said, hey, the cleanliness of this gym has really gone downhill. Like, what's going on? And I either go too early for management or I'm there too late. It's one or the other. And I'm not a review person. I'm not going to leave a review for a manager to get back. I'm not doing that. I want to talk to someone in person, get my gripes out and let it be known. But I was just talking to him and he's like, yeah, we can't get cleaners because this is affordability here. He's like, no one wants to drive 30 minutes to become a cleaner here at Bailey's. So that's something that we're seeing a problem. And the county has been, in my opinion, reacting really slow. It doesn't take that long to build houses, guys. It doesn't take that long to get things approved, especially if you are the county, right? They're the people approving it. So in my opinion, all this stuff should be expedited. We should be having affordable housing between 200 and 300,000 built at the same rate that we're building the $500 to $700,000 homes. But for whatever reason, we're not doing that. It seems like they want to go into crisis mode before we make any adjustments. But it drives me nuts. I don't know what the solution is. It seems to me that I imagine the county has land that they could do something like this on. They have plenty of land where they could just say, hey, you know what? This is affordable housing now. We're going to build between $200,000 and $300,000 homes. That's it. They're going to work with a builder, give him some type of tax incentive or some type of incentive to make him want to build the homes, that are to a good standard, and so that he makes a little money as well. That's the other thing. It's like people want to, say like, oh, well, they should just build the homes because they're good people. Like, the guy's got to make money. If you're building these houses, there's got to be a margin for you to make money, for you to be happy, right? So there's definitely a middle ground, right? There is 100% a middle ground. They just need to find it. They need to do some work on it. And it's very frustrating to me. I'm an advocate for affordable housing being built. Obviously I want to sell $1 million homes. I want to sell $5 million homes, but I also want to make sure that people can start right here in St. Johns County, to start and get into your home, into your foot into a starter home is very, very hard, especially when the median sale price is $550,000. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox. We're gonna go on to the next news story. If you have any questions or comments about the affordability issue here in St. Johns County, let me know. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any end in sight. Just had before I share this, just had this conversation with my sister about real estate here in the area. And St. Johns County is very unique because St. Augustine will always be the nation's oldest city. That's not going to change unless there's a major hurricane, wipes it all out, and no one lives here anymore, right? It will always be the nation's oldest city. So that's always going to have a little bit of charm to it. And if you look at all the new construction around here, look at all the new commercial developments, all of these buildings are pretty much the same. They're all cookie cutter. You put any commercial building, it's like modern glass, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's just everything looks the same. New construction, same thing for the most part. Hardy board siding, gable roof. It all looks the same, right? You go into downtown St. Augustine, you go into the older areas of pretty much anywhere, right? You're going to see a little bit more charm, a little bit more architecture, a little bit more creativity that goes behind these buildings. Not anymore. Pretty much like between housing, commercial space, infrastructure, all of it has been commercialized and almost made to be a commodity. So it's quick and easy to build, right? And I don't think that's going anywhere. So I think St. Augustine, especially being the gem that it is and how different it is, especially with all around the nation with them building pretty much the same type of house, I don't really see that changing, unfortunately. But if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. I don't have a horse in this race besides that I sell real estate, but if I sell real estate at, if I have more buyers at $250,000 than I do at $1 million, I'll sell 4 or 5 $250,000 homes a month versus selling $1 million buyer every couple months. Like it'll be fine for me either way. I'm happy. I'm making it happen. So either way, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to the next one, guys. If you have any questions, fire them off below. Like I said, we're going to make this one quick because I'm tired. And I'm going to Puerto Rico tomorrow. So, I mean, this is like, I'll probably do a live stream in Puerto Rico, but I got to pack. I haven't done that yet. I have other work I have to do. Haven't done that yet either. But I also want to cover this news story here. So in Florida, we have the move over law, right? So if someone is pulled over, let's say you're on 95, 3-lane highway, someone's pulled over on the right side of the road, the cop's behind someone, they're pulled off on the shoulder. If you're going 70 miles per hour in the far right lane, you need to slow your speed down to at least 50 miles per hour. You need to move it down 20 miles per hour below the speed limit wherever you are. So if you're on a 45 mile per hour road, you're on a 35 mile per hour road, it's 20 mile per hour. Okay. And the reason I know that is because I got pulled over because I thought I was doing the right thing going 10 miles per hour under the speed limit. I got pulled over because there was a setup. They had a cop waiting behind another cop, waiting for people to speed past them, which I did. And I got a ticket for it. Either way, this gentleman right here, super awesome guy. His name's Joey Romer. I actually know him because my friend's mom hired him to teach their German Shepherds, like to train them. He trains the German Shepherds. He actually travels internationally to train police dogs. But he got hit by a car. And I believe he broke his, or bus, sorry. I believe he broke his hand when doing that. So it makes me wonder, is that like a school bus? Like, man, that's messed up. But that's just something I thought you guys should know. It is important. It'll save you, about $150, and also the annoyance of getting pulled over. No one likes getting pulled over. It sucks. It's so annoying. I hate it. Especially for me. Like, I know I'm driving safe and nice, and I thought I was doing the right thing when I got pulled over when I was 10 miles per hour on the speed limit because my grandfather had got pulled over for it, and he told me, hey, the new law is 10 miles per hour on the speed limit. So I just was being honest, like, hey, I thought I was doing the right thing. The cop was like, no, ticket. At that point, I didn't know the sheriff. I didn't have my get out of jail free card. If he saw that, he'd laugh because he actually gave me, let me see, do I have it here? Let's see. I got so much junk on my desk. Either way, he gave me like a little sheriff badge. It's about this big. I normally have it sitting right here. I don't know where the heck it went. But it's like Friends of St. John's County. And I was like, so I show this to someone when I get pulled over, and he's like, please do not do that. Oh, here we go. Here it is right here. So he said, please. I was like, so when I get pulled over, I just pull this out, right? And I'm good. And he's like, no, please don't do that. So either way, I thought that was kind of funny. He's up for re-election. I like him. Seems like a good dude. So goes back onto it. St. Augustine organization to more than double the number of affordable homes they'll build this year. So I believe this is Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity, I volunteer with them all the time. Beth, she's over there. She's fantastic. They really have a great crew of people over there. And how they make it work is fantastic. Of course, Habitat's taking a hit on a lot of these homes. They do a lot of things through donation. But they do a lot of good for this community. And I love volunteering with them. They make it easy. So they're going to build 36 more affordable homes. They have 18 homes coming with Canopy Oaks and another 36. So I know double seems like a lot, but that's not enough, right? Habitat for Humanity needs help here in St. Johns County, 100%. They need more land. So if you have land you're looking to sell, St. John's County, I imagine, will buy it. Or donate. Habitat for Humanity will definitely take it. A lot of the stuff that they work on is donations, volunteer work, putting up walls, painting, all that kind of stuff. If you want to get involved, reach out to me. I know who to contact. I know Beth. She's amazing. She'll get you set up. We can even volunteer together if you want. Let me know. I personally think it's something that we all need to do. We all need to give back to our community, especially. See this little dog? Especially right now with the affordability issues. All right. This is the last one. I got to be honest. I didn't read about this at all. So let's see. A map of the property formerly used for the South Beach Grill in Crescent Beach. So Crescent Beach is just north of 206 on Anastasia Island. St. John's County announced that it's moving forward with plans to provide a new ADA accessible beach walkover and additional off-beach parking at Crescent Beach Park at 6930 A1A South, which I actually did read that, which is fantastic, right? So if you use a wheelchair, right, they do have wheelchairs that you can get straight from the county with like big fat tires on it, so it makes it a little easier to go through the sand. It's not easy still. You're going to still need someone to probably push you because it's still not an easy thing to do, but they are going to be addressing that issue, putting an ADA accessible beach ramp there, which is fantastic. We need to have something like that. But let me see here, guys. We got one question. If you have any questions, guys, if you just joined the live, make sure you fire them off below. This is all about the real estate news here in St. Augustine. Every week I do this at 8 p.m. I do also, and I need to plug this. I need to plug this more often. I do also have a newsletter, which I'll send out to you. This is pretty much the newsletter you need if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest here in the area. All it is so it's twice a week, but the Friday newsletter is essentially everything I cover today with the links, so you can go ahead and check it out on your own. And then it has the link to the video as well. So it's pretty much all of the relevant real estate news that you need to know regarding, the area developments and how it affects you and maybe your equity in your home, or maybe if you're looking to buy a home and your purchasing power. So I definitely think it provides value. If you want it, you can drop an email in the comments below, or you can just reach out to me directly. I'll put you on the list. Comments. Let's see. CB, how do you see Flagler Estates growing? Seems to be a place to build some affordable homes. 100%. Yeah, 100% it is. Flagler Estates, essentially is a grid system. I'll just show you here real quick. Out in the country, it's kind of odd, honestly. Like if we've all lived in cities before, but Flagler Estates is a grid system of homes in St. John's County that seems out of place. So you can see here, these are pretty much all acre lots. Sorry, I thought she was chewing the thing. These are pretty much all acre lots here in Flagler Estates. And then this is where the rest of the development is. So somehow someone came out here, subdivided all these lots into acre lots on a grid system, which is really interesting. Out here, on average, you can buy an acre lot for about $20,000. So that's not bad at all, right? You figure in the cost of building, right? So let's say you're at 160 a square to build times 2,000 square feet, $320,000 for a 2,000 square foot home. Plus, let's just say another 50 in incidentals. Wrong one. You get what I'm saying here. So $370,000 probably all in to build a 2,000 square foot home on about an acre of land. Now that probably will continue because the affordability issue here in St. Johns County. But in reality, it's far away from pretty much everything, right? So it's kind of in the middle here. You can go straight over to, Palm Coast down here if you wanted to, off 204. 206 will take you right over to Crescent Beach. Hastings is going to be the closest town, right? But Hastings, it's the main street is really not much on there. They got like a Domino's, they got a gas station. I can't even think if there's a grocery store over here, to be honest. County Line Produce is cool though. Nice little spot. Yeah, I can't even think if there's a grocery store here. Let's see. So you're probably gonna have to go to East Palatka for that. Yeah, so Dollar General is what you got. That's it. And Hale's Food Store. Okay, so I stand corrected. But I definitely think that west on 207 is going to start developing pretty heavily. I imagine in the future, if St. Johns County is worth anything, that we're going to start to see affordable housing developments, like not 18 homes, not 36 homes, hundreds of homes, maybe even thousands of homes built out in that location. And Hastings itself, which is just north of Flagler Estates, they've had some developments, has some revitalization of that their main street, their downtown area, which looks really nice. And I've covered that before in my lives here. They're also putting a wastewater treatment facility out that way as well. I think it's because they're trying to plan for the potential growth of that area. I don't know 100%. I'm just spitballing here. But that's it. Yeah. So I do think if you're going to build some affordable homes, especially if you can buy a big tract of land, and then, you buy the land at a discount, essentially you're getting your cost per home under $20,000. Especially because they're not going to give people an acre. They'll give people at most an eighth of an acre, right? So I think it's a good way to go if they do it. But I don't know. It seems like St. Johns County wants to wait till the last minute on everything. Eddie Creamer told me that I should volunteer and give my thoughts on things, but I don't know if I want to do that, to be honest. I don't know if tell them to watch my YouTubes. No, that's cocky. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. But I just don't know if I have the time to do it, to be honest. It seems like a hassle for me, but I also do want to advocate for the people here in St. Johns County. So I don't know. I'm indifferent on it. I might do it. I might not. But CB, as always, thank you for your comments. Any questions, comments that you guys have helps me out a lot. So if you do have any questions, even if they're simple, you can fire them off in the comments below. I'm going to hop off here, but if you do have any questions, any comments, you can always reach out to me directly. All my contact information it's all over the YouTube channel. It's all over my page. But I'll pop it up here just in case you guys need it again. If you do want to get on the newsletter, make sure you reach out to me. If you want to leave a comment, say, hey, I want to get on the newsletter, just drop me your email. I can send you your email through that and hook you up. But I really think I'm trying to make it a better and better newsletter every week. So if you do have any suggestions on what should go on there, feel free to let me know. I'm open to all of it. Constructive criticism is fantastic. But guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. Is this our first live stream of the new year? I hope you guys have a good new year. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Hope you have a good weekend heading up to you. I'm going to be in Puerto Rico till next Wednesday. Pretty stoked on that. Me and my wife's favorite spot pretty much. So, yeah, you guys have a great week. I'll see you next week at 8 p.m. Actually, I don't know if I'll be back by then. I might be in an airport. I don't know how that'll work. Either way, I'll see you guys next time. Any questions or anything, reach out directly. I'm here to help. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. We got 7 absolute studs watching this right now, and that means the world to me. So hope you guys have a great night. I'll see you until next time.